Thank you. Thank you very much for this affectionate welcome. It's not very often that I feel inadequate when I'm standing on the stage, but after watching this evening's performance, this is certainly one of those days. There is so much energy still present on this stage. I need a few moments to just breathe it in. I'm very, very grateful to have been called to watch this, to preside, whatever you like to call it, over this tremendously inspirational and terribly moving performance this evening. Apart from the fact that I express my admiration for the students, the teachers, and for the institution itself, I'm deeply, deeply moved having watched this performance. There was, when I was a student in the drama school, we had a teacher called Mr. Al-Qazi, Mr. Ibrahim Al-Qazi, a very celebrated name in Indian theatre, and he disliked actors. I think somewhere he perhaps wanted to be one at one point, but didn't. But he was very fond of saying to us that all the strutting and preening and self-love of an actor is not worth one drop of sweat from the brow of a carpenter who's putting up the set. This used to affect us a lot, though I think I must add a rider there, because though one is not negating the work of a carpenter, but certainly there are careless and lazy carpenters in the world as well. But the thing which he said, which stayed with me, and which has stayed with me, and something he was fond of repeating, was that an actor does not even have to put in 1/1,000,000th of the kind of effort that a dancer or a musician or an instrumentalist or a vocalist has to put into his work. You actors should realize that, and you are vain enough to imagine that you are entitled to act. That is not the case. He said, study any dancer or study any instrumentalist or any vocalist. He will not dare perform without the riyaz, without the practice, without caring for his instrument, without cleaning it, and without tuning it. But an actor feels he is entitled to perform despite not doing any of these things to his instrument. The other thing that he would try to drive into us was that you all talk of your commitment to the theatre, you talk of your love for the stage, you talk of your veneration for the stage. He says, I don't want to see any displays of it. Don't show me how much you respect the stage. I will know how much you respect the stage if you can bathe the stage in your sweat. I think if he were here today, and as I was saying, I'm certain that if he were here today, he would be very proud of what we all witnessed this evening. Ah, there you are. Of course, I'm here as a parent, so I don't think I should go on too much longer. My emotions might catch up with me at some stage. But what I love, I'm not at all literate as far as dance is concerned. I know nothing about it. But I do know that I do know what I like when I see it. And what fascinates me about the work of the Attakalari Institute is that it's not attempting to be esoteric, and I need hardly remind any of you here that dance is no longer a ritual. I think it has achieved many more, it has reached the stage where it can achieve a lot more than being merely a ritual. I'm certain how it became a ritual is a long story, but I'm certain that it did not begin with the intention of being a ritual. It certainly began with the intention of communicating. It began with the intention of expressing. So I'm very, very happy to see that the people in Attakalari are not too hung up on words like purity and compromise and so on, because and this I must address partly to the students and to those of you who are sitting there, that any work which requires you to extend yourself. And any work which stimulates your imagination and any work that you feel like doing cannot be a compromise. And as for purity, purity, definitely, I'm not knocking it, but the fact is that even with purity, you have to add an element which makes it effective. Water is pure, right? It's life-giving, and we cannot survive without it. But even to water, we have to add something in order to make it effective. Depends on what you add, of course. The varying degrees of effectiveness. So I once again express my thanks, my undying gratitude, my admiration to you all. Absolutely. As I said before, I'm very, very moved, and I'm seriously tempted to appear for that audition on the 31st of this month and join on the 4th of September. The only thought that keeps me from doing that is that a year from now, I'm going to be up here and my family is going to be sitting there watching me. Thank you very much. Thank you.